Good evening.
Good evening, time.
I'm just playing here. You hear me all right?
Yeah, you're pretty good.
Yeah, it ain't doing too good.
Uh-oh, not good?
I'm running a one pill.
Said you're running a one pill? Your child?
Yep, one pill.
A little modulator.
Yeah. Well, I guess it's alright. You can hear me. You can hear me, right?
Oh yeah, you're sounding good. I think there was somebody else out there.
I didn't hear them. They want a break, let them go.
It's not. Brother Rat, was that you?
Bob. Okay. You're cutting out a little bit when you first key up. Hey, Roger, working. Hey, Roger, it's working. You hear him catnap, right? Catnap.
Go. What's up?
You hear Bob?
I don't hear a word.
He said he'll catch you later in the house.
I got you, Bob. Hope you're doing well, man. I got nothing.
Check.
That was more gooder. Holy shit.
Let me see here. Whoa.
Good God, what'd you do? Put your foot down?
Switched over to the two pill.
Holy shit.
I gotta check my meter. 1 minute here. Now she's cooking now, boy.
Oh yeah.
Brother Rat, come out wherever you are. He ain't coming out.
Pitiful.
You had a good day today, Catnap?
Yeah, it was a pretty good day. Nothing
people that owns all the buildings?
Yeah, whoever owns that whole plot.
Were they real or were they plastic?
No, they were real. They looked like they came from a nursery. They had this big, long, gooseneck trailer bringing them in. I thought that was pretty cool.
Hey, Roger. Now, who waters them?
There's a lady. She's the wife to the guy who owns it. Real friendly to come around one of them gator things.
But, what, has she got an extension to reach up and water them?
Yeah, she made this, I don't know, an extension, extendable water thing. She made it out of PVC pipe, and a little dump valve on the end, shut it on and off. Pretty cool.
Hey, Roger. Now, she probably got a little side gig. She probably gets paid for that.
More than likely. But, yeah, she owns the place, so yeah, she is getting paid. You gotta spruce the place up a little bit.
There you go. Looks nice in the summer when you got flowers, colorful. They're up pretty high, ain't they?
Yeah, they put them on these light poles. I don't know, they're probably maybe 8-10 foot off the ground.
Roger. They're just high enough where I can't steal one.
Yeah.
When I was using that one pill, I noticed when I was a kid, it was sticking and it was cutting my receive out.
Oh, that's not good. Sticky relay.
I ain't used it in so long, I guess it's dirty or something.
It just needs to be worked out.
What's that mean? Use it?
Yeah, more than likely. I mean, if you haven't used it in a while, highly doubt. I mean, usually what causes your relay to stick is usually the keying transistor gets a little funky, but I doubt that's the problem. I just need a good couple audios,
Okay. Break her in again. What you doing, Rat? Eating your dinner?
He's over there being a slack ass.
Maybe he's playing his radio so you can feel the face. It's early enough, he won't get in trouble.
Good possibility.
Okay, now I'm going to kick back here, just relax, see what happens for a while.
I got you, man. Swinging your feet.
Good evening there, gentlemen. Yo!
How you doing?
Pretty good, what's going on?
I'm just hanging around.
Good evening, Todd. Good evening there, Tim. Hey, Todd, you got some good weather coming up for your type of business. Oh yeah, I've been busy. Got a boat to do tomorrow. So how's your day been, Tim? Not too bad. Everything, nothing broke, so I'm good. Copy. What's going on, Catnap?
Yeah, just hanging around, Todd. How you doing?
Pretty Roger.
What the hell? I just realized it's almost 7:30. Haven't heard of Pete. Where's everybody? Is my radio broke? Hello? Hello?
Been all waiting for you.
Oh! Good evening, Catnap.
Good evening, Brother Rat.
Yeah, really, you know, I'm a little buzzed up, and I was, like I said, I turned the radio up about 7 o'clock. That's what time, I put me, shit. People normally get on it, and I just realized it was 25 minutes later.
Yeah, you tuned in just as everybody stopped talking. Ken should be out there, Todd somewhere, Bob, he's somewhere. Yeah, got some people out there.
Hell, why was it quiet for 25 minutes? You know, like I said, I've had a 25-minute gap in my realization.
So we're all waiting on you.
So where is everybody then? Everybody been waiting to talk. Come on, I want to be entertained here.
The hell?
So what I say? Must be talking on sideband.
Oh no. I'm sitting here reloading if you're wondering what I'm doing.
Reloading? What are you, skeet shooting or something?
Oh yeah, man, I'm pulling clay pigeons in the bedroom.
Wow. Ain't that hard on the walls, man?
Only if you missed. I could have swore I just heard Bob.
You know, two great minds on a single thought. I wasn't sure, but when you said the word Bob, it all clicked. Yes. Bob! What the hell are you doing? You sound pitiful. I guess his ears are as bad as his mouth.
He was talking earlier, I couldn't hear him. Ken heard him, but I couldn't hear a beat.
Who knows what he's doing? You know, Bob. You know, I keep hearing a click. It sounds like somebody's keying up. And there's a little bit of in the background. Do you hear that?
No.
Uh-oh. I got warm things up here.
That's better. Hey, how you doing there, Bob?
Bob, either fix it or talk to yourself. Look, I'm not putting up with this shit. Just fix it. No! No, Bob. Warming up's got nothing to do with it. You know what to do. I'm not listening to this, Bob. Every time you key up with that little rinky-dink pitiful signal, I will wipe you out. Do you understand? Because with that little pitiful signal, I can. Fix it or shut the fuck up. Oh, Jesus, he's still trying, ain't he? He's still with a fucking half a watt. What the hell is that? I'm not going to let up until he sounds relatively normal and understandable. Oh, there he goes again. I heard the click. No, but no. Do you hear that click? Shit. Oh, man. All I got to think of is Ed. I wanted to say your handle.
I did hear a click that time.
That is Bob. Look, it swings my needle good for a split second, and then it goes back to that beep, 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 with no signal. I know Bob can hear me if he's listening. Am I bothering you with this catnap, refusing to let him fuck with us?
No, you're fine. I'm just sitting here listening, man.
Okay, I just, Bob irritates me with that shit, I don't know. I just don't know. He just fucks with us all the time.
I heard him for a second, and I didn't hear him again, so
That was a double. I don't know who it was, but that was a bona fide double. Nobody?
I was waiting for somebody to speak.
Somebody knows who spoke at the same time. Come on, man. Must not have been very important.
nobody wants to talk now, huh?
Hey, what's up?
I to say something. Good evening, Sam.
Good evening, good evening. I thought you were waiting for Bob to come back.
Well, he's the only thing exciting that's happened tonight. Yeah, I was kind of waiting for it. You listening to that? Could you hear him at all?
I just turned it on when you told him to go somewhere or something.
Oh, yeah, he's been keying up with zero signal and almost zero modulation.
What the hell, Bob?
In fact, it took me and Catnap a while to figure out exactly who it was.
Hello, Catnap, and whoever else is out here.
What's up, Sam?
Good evening, Gear Jammer.
Good evening. How you doing?
Good, how you making out over there?
I can't complain. The weather was decent, so it's not bad.
Oh, yeah.
What's up there, Delaware?
How you doing there, Rat?
Fine as a frog's hair. How about yourself? You sound bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
Yeah, I can't complain. Everything's well over here, man.
Cool, glad to hear it.
What's up, Gear Jammer?
How you doing, man? How you doing?
Stay here swinging my feet.
That's all we can do. It's Friday night, man. We gotta get some people in here. Yeah, now it got quiet.
Why is that?
I don't know.
Titty.
What'd you do today, Rat? Anything interesting?
Not really. The most interesting thing I did was go to the local Sunoco store and get a cheesesteak.
Well, that's your normal Friday night routine, right?
Yep. So, wasn't much out of the ordinary, just same old shit.
Get this show on the road, boys.
About time you came back.
I was here earlier, and I called for you, I called for a couple people, but nobody answered. It was just me, Catnap, and Todd popped up.
Well, welcome to the channel while I'm here.
Well, I'll say good evening to you, Rat, Catnap, Gear Jammer. I think I heard Sam.
How you doing there, Ken?
Good evening, I'm doing good. And you?
I can't complain.
That's what it's about. What happened to Sammy boy? Right?
Why would you ask me? I have no more idea what happened to him than you do.
Oh, okay. I thought he said something to you earlier.
No, he he's a busy man. He's probably doing 5 or 6 things at the same time, and talking on the radio was just one of them. He probably got distracted by something important.
Radio working?
Hey, TJ, good evening.
You hear me?
I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you. Why?
I've been trying to get in there and nobody seems to come back. I didn't know it was working.
What's up, Tom?
Hello, everybody. Good evening.
Maybe we're going back and forth fast, but I didn't hear you. I just didn't. Good evening, Tom.
Hello, John. You Jammer, Catnap. I think Todd was in there, Sam. Good evening, Tom.
Sam was in here, but he just like, poof, disappeared like a fart in the wind.
Who's that, Bobby?
No, Sam. Your jammer just called you, Tom, and said good evening.
Good evening, Gear Jammer. Good evening. I hear you. Your conditions aren't what I wish they were, but I can hear you, my friend. Good evening over in Delaware.
What's the topic for tonight, fellas?
Nancy Pelosi.
Nobody's got a topic?
Mine's no good.
Oh, yeah. I just was waiting for more input. Right, you got anything?
No, I wasn't anything.
Well, last week we were talking about music, right?
I don't remember, but if you say so, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about them oldie songs. Naming different oldie songs, remember now?
Not really, but we've done that many times, and Tom seems to be the center of that. You know, him and Bob, but Tom seems to be the instigator of that type of discussion. Tom.
Well, if you don't remember, that's sad. We're talking about Johnny Ray and Frankie Lane and Perry Como and all that stuff.
Yes. And as I've said many times, see, I know of them from 50s TV shows that my family watched, but when they were popular, I didn't know. I just know after the fact.
Okay, yeah, well, I'm surprised you don't remember we were talking about it. Well, I'll change the subject. What do you know about aliens?
Alien without an S?
Aliens from outer space.
Oh, aliens! Nothing.
Have you ever been visited?
What, Tom?
Have you ever been visited by aliens?
Only when you were here.
They just released 100 and some odd files.
And that proves they're aliens?
Wait a minute, before we start, do you think there really is aliens or there's not aliens?
Who you talking? Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
I plead the fifth.
Oh, okay. Superman was an alien.
Superman was a fictitious character. What's your point?
No, he wasn't.
He was from the planet Krypton.
Superman is real. Wrestling's real.
Sorry, Tom. I must have been mistaken.
Go ahead, Gear Jammer. I think you was trying to get in there.
No, I'm just sandbagging.
There, Roger. Well, thank keep talking about aliens are going to release files. And I didn't know if any of you guys believed or don't believe about it. That's all I asked.
I believe there's something out there, and I believe that nowhere in the Bible does God say that he didn't create anything else. So, you know, I don't think it goes against that. A lot of people think aliens are actually demons. That's a large belief out there.
Breaker channel. Listen, you guys didn't hear what Gear Jammer said. Gear Jammer, would you repeat that, please?
I didn't mean to walk on anybody, but
nobody else found that hilarious? I did.
can't hear them.
I didn't hear that either. Somebody keyed up over this way.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Gear Jammer, they couldn't hear you. He said his wife called him that a time or two. Superman?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I give up. I'm the only one that got it, Gear Jammer.
That was funny.
I still haven't heard it, but I'll just stand by.
Catnap, did you get it?
I did.
I didn't hear it, Rax. So I don't know what you're talking about.
I just explained it to you, Tan. He said that when you were talking about Superman, was he real? He said his wife called him that a time or two.
Ah, okay. That's neat. Yeah. Superman. I get it. Yeah, I was reading a couple articles about these so-called aliens. They say they believe some are living amongst us.
They've been saying, oh man, they've been saying that for decades, if not centuries.
They don't like loud music.
Really? Then I'm not an alien, am I, Tan?
No, but you got one living next to you.
Shut up, Tom.
Come on, that was good.
Yeah, it was. Just shut up.
I was listening to this guy. He was like a foremost authority on these things one evening on the radio, and he was saying that if like they have these photos of these alien, whatever they are, some kind of spaceship or whatever it is, it goes from like 8,000 feet above the earth to like 5 feet above the ocean in like an instant, you know, like less than time can measure. And the guy was saying, for us to be able to do something like that would take all the energy like in the world for like days to create that same happening.
Where do these aliens live? Under the water?
They said that that's why they don't call them UFOs anymore, because they're finding them under the water, they're finding them in the air, they find them on land, they found them on the other side of the moon. Every mission in outer space has reported alien sightings.
They're living next door to you, Tan.
What?
They're living next door to you. You didn't even know it.
That could be. Some of my neighbors, you never see them. They're like, if they get in the car and come home, right in the door, they don't even come outside.
Well, I'm no expert, but sounds like aliens to me. What do you think, Tom?
I think Nancy Pelosi's an alien.
What the fuck?
I work for the CIA.
So anyway, they said that's why they don't call them UFOs anymore, because they said that indicates that it's an unidentified flying object. They said UFOs don't fly. They do not have wings.
You know, Tom, I thought that over for about 20 seconds. You know, technically, that is correct. Flying requires wings and airflow.
Yeah, so they can't figure out like how they move in and out of time, and they don't, make like curvatures and all like our aircraft would. They can move, like all these squared off corners and everything. I don't know if you saw the one that made like almost look like a Jewish star. And they said that they don't light up like an aircraft. Everybody thinks why do they light these things up so we can see them? The guy said, they're not lit up. He said, that's the energy field.
So you don't think there's no aliens, right? You don't believe in it?
Listen. That's a half-truth. See, look, I don't know how to even say this, Tan, but, look, nothing is impossible. That's what I believe. Nothing is impossible. And I'm not saying that I believe there's never been or ever will be any non-earthling. See, that's not what I'm saying. These people that Tom was just quoting, I don't believe them. Okay?
I've heard incidents where people have been, they said they've been abducted by aliens and then returned.
Yes, and I can't prove it one way or the other. But again, I refer to Tom's statement about those, quote, I don't know what he called it, experts or whatever they said. See, I don't believe them. They're making bullshit up. For whatever reason, I don't know. But I don't believe them.
How about in the Bible when Ezekiel saw the wheel? Ezekiel saw the wheel way up in the middle of the sky. Remember that?
Tom, I apologize, but I'm not a biblical scholar. I just vaguely remember that story from my childhood.
Well, I'm just saying, I think like since the beginning of time, whether real or not real, people have been seeing these events.
Oh, no doubt.
Come on, Catnap, you're dying to tell us.
Yeah, that's not a gray area, that's all I can say, but it's when you go biblical, I think it's the painting of Madonna. Something Madonna. Something in the Sistine Chapel, Vatican, some shit. But anyway, if you look in the top right-hand corner, there's a UFO.
Yeah. I don't know if that's biblical, but I think, you're right. I think it's, it's not in the Last Supper. But you're right. I've seen that before. But that would be part of, what was his name? I want to say Michelangelo, who painted all that. They said he was trying to hide, like, different messages in there. That was a dead kid.
You got no audio.
Whoever that was had a big dead kid.
There we go. What the hell? Oh yeah. Gotta lose some blood. There we go. Hello. Good evening, time, everybody. Damn rain and lose some already. There we go. Yeah. Damn it. Hey, something else, something wrong.
That problem 588 ain't working right.
Yeah, that's coming from the radio plug on the microphone. There we go. on.
Yeah, she's cutting out on you, Frank.
Yeah, well, I see it. It worked that time. Did you transmit that time, Ted? I see my needle moving.
Yeah. They're really, when you're talking, you're kind of over miles. You're roaring.
Yeah, a lot of background noise. Sound like a jet plane.
Okay, I got it now. The damn plug on the radio. My needle's working like it should now, and I got the mic down.
It's working.
Copy. Good evening time, everybody.
Good evening, Frank.
How's everybody doing? Tim, Tom, Brother Rat, Catnap. I don't know who else is in there. My radio kept cutting out, but it's working now. I see the meter, the stick is moving, so I've got audio.
Hey, Frank.
Yes, sir.
I didn't know you were a member of Brixton Memory Lane.
Yeah, I was born and raised in Brixton. Sure enough.
Oh, man, dude, I don't know about anybody else, but to me, you're still overmodulated. Please, you're not clear. You're, please. But anyway, I saw you posted to a post that said, who went to South Avenue School? I knew you did, but I didn't know that you were on that Facebook page.
Yes, sir. Went to South Avenue, Cherry Street, and Buck Shooter.
Therefore, look, I always said you were a few years behind me. You see, by the time Cherry Street and Buck Shooter came along as I was gone from elementary school.
Well, they only allowed me to finish 9th grade after I had 3 months to go before school, graduation in 9th grade. They said no more fights, so I made it 3 months to finish 9th grade, and then I had to be dismissed from the school district. I used to get beat up. Then after that, I got tired of taking ass whoopings, and then I just put them all in the hospital. So they allowed me 3 months to go, but they said I had to leave the school district.
Holy shit! Man, I'm shocked.
Yeah, they wouldn't allow me to go back to school after 9th, after I graduated. Thank God for Grandma and Grandpa. All the hospital bills they paid after I started fighting. But they wouldn't allow me to go back.
Were you living in our neighborhood when you had to fight?
Yeah, Southeast Avenue and Willow.
God damn. I know I was a few years ahead of you, but I don't remember having problems with anybody, personally, or the crowd that I hung with. You know, black, white, Hispanic, we all hung together.
Yeah, I was a ladies' man back in school days, and, you know, they didn't like that, so I had to fight galore. I took a lot of ass whoopings, and one of my uncles that was in Secret Service, he taught me how to fight and how to get my hands roughened up. Then I started putting them in hospitals. And then, like I said, it was almost graduation time to 9th grade. They just told me, as long as I didn't get in no more fights, it was 3 months before graduation. But where I was beating them up so bad, they wouldn't allow me to come back to school for 10th grade. They said I had to quit.
Damn, you convinced me I will never ever sell you any shit.
I'm too old now where I have to fight. My next thing is to shoot them now.
Hey, Bobby! You're down low, Bob! Pump it up! No. Can you hear him, Rat? Hell no! He's been trying that shit for the last 2 hours.
Vegas is our monitors and they're calling you.
Yeah, I wasn't a bad boy, Rat. I wasn't a bad boy. I just got tired of the bullshit, you know. Look, we grew up within a few blocks of each other, and I never heard anything bad about you. Never. So, you were just part of the neighborhood. Yeah, I never started it, though. Don't get me wrong, I never went out and started it. I always let it come to me, and then when it did, and like I said, my cousin that was in the Secret Service, after he taught us how to take care of ourselves, that's what I started doing. And then that was it. They were all going to hospitals. Like I said, you convinced me. I will never sell you any shit. Hey, you get tired of getting your ass beat, you're going to start defending yourself sooner or later. And I waited until later, and then when I did, I had so much anger built up in me, and that was it. Frank, I'm sorry you had to put up with that shit. I don't know exactly what your life was, but if it came to that, I'm so sorry. Nah, ain't nothing to be sorry about, Rat. It's done and over with. And one of them, man, it kind of made me feel bad, because when my wife and I was going to Union Baptist, you know where that is in Bridgeton, when we started going there, and here one of the guys is a pastor down there now. And he refreshed my mind. But he didn't say about when he used to pick on me. He just said about when I beat his ass so bad. No.
Made him find religion.
Yeah. I felt bad, but then I didn't, I just played it off, now with him being a minister and stuff, but, like I said, I never went and started it, but yeah, he brought it right up in church about how I used to beat his ass after I guess he was picking on me, because like I said, I never went and started it, but he must have did something to me, and he said, boy, I beat the hell out of him. God bless him, at least he was honest. Yeah, exactly. That's what I said, too. But I nixed it right off, played it right off. I said, yeah, we were young and we were just filling our oats, but in all reality, I know he had to have started because I didn't go pick on people, I just gave them what they deserved when I did start fighting. But like you said, I don't know how many times he must have busted my ass, but he knows he got an ass whooping from me, though, for him to bring it up in church.
He remembers that shit.
Pressing on him, Frank.
Me and the wife, after we got out of church, she said, "What in the world you do to the pastor?" I said, "I don't know. I don't remember, you know, but he remembers the ass whooping I gave him, though, because he sure said it right in church."
Something he'll never forget.
Must have been for him to still remember that.
Made him find Jesus.
It must have. But, yeah, it happened, you know. But like I said, I never went and started them, though.
Frank, you know, I didn't know that about you. I'm amazed because you are such a mild-mannered, everyday guy. I can't imagine that. But if you push far enough, then I can.
Yeah, when I start shaking and trembling, you better run for the highest hill you can get to, because you were getting the ass whooping.
I ain't gonna never make you tremble, never.
Yeah, that's right.
One of them boys used to hit me like, to stop me from fighting, they used to hit me like they were playing football to get me off of that man, boy, because I would just beat the living shit out of him. Yeah, they were the days, boy, I tell you. But I was a ladies' man, and they didn't like me, you know, me being yellow-skinned and living in the black neighborhood. So you know how that goes when you're young. You gotta fight and stand up for yourself.
Frank, you see, look, I understand what you're saying, but I grew up in that same neighborhood with very few Hispanics, but everything in between. And I was brought up, I never had a problem with anybody due to their race.
You know what it was, right? I was pulling all of the women. I had Spanish women, I had white women, I had black women, and beautiful women, and they just couldn't take it.
Well, I wasn't the one that kicked your ass.
I know. But like I said, I never started it though, man. That's what pissed me off.
Oh yeah, you did. With fucking with all them different race women.
Yeah, there were some beautiful women I used to go with, man, back in the day. But it wasn't just one. I had 2 and 3. Sometimes I had to go all the way around, all the way through the halls of school to get out of the back door, because women would be waiting for me outside the door I was heading for to come out. And there was 1 or 2 women out there waiting for me. I had to haul ass out the back door all the way through the whole school to leave school.
Holy shit.
It was wild, man. It was wild growing up over there. But I survived it.
Hey, look, not to change the subject, but what made me ask you was because you went to South Avenue School. From what grade to what grade, Frank?
Oh man, now you had me lying. That I don't quite remember. I know we used to have to go. Did you go to South Avenue School too?
Hell yeah, I live right down the street from it.
Yeah, I know where you lived at. There, the people lived right there on River Street. You was right a couple houses from River Street.
No. I was a couple houses from Fremont Avenue off of South Avenue. I was north, 2 houses north. It didn't have a double. It was 1 half and a half double, and I lived in the other half of the double.
Okay, so you was down by, well, I forget her name. She was the crossing guard. I forget what her name was.
I knew what her name was. It was Miss Conley. Yes, I know her well. I used to spend a lot of time at her house. I used to play, when we were little kids, I used to play with her son all the time. Go to her house, came to mine. Yeah, Miss Conley, Miss Leona Conley.
That's it, Mrs. Conley. She was a sweet crossing guard. I know what you're talking about, because Alfie lived down there by River Street. Remember Big Alfie?
No, I don't.
Okay, yeah, Alfie was, he was a little mentally challenged, but not that much. I don't know if that'll help you remember or not, but he was a nice, very nice guy.
Shit, that reminds me of a guy that when we were kids back then, I'm ashamed of it, but
327 Houston, Texas, waving a hand.
one with, I think it was him, called him Bushelhead. He had a big head.
Yes, sir, that's him, that's it. I think somebody broke the channel. Stand by, minute, rat. Go ahead, Breaker.
Just waving a hand from Houston.
Good evening out around Houston. They call me 588 around New Jersey, waving a small hand.
Roger that, 588. This is 327, Houston, Texas.
Right back at you, 327. All right there, 327. We got quite a few people in here tonight. I'm going to take a standby and let everybody else wave a hand. 327, take care, take it easy, enjoy the weekend, big brother. 588 around the bottom side of New Jersey. Back on the side.
Roger that.
Go ahead, Rat. Go ahead, Catnap. Go ahead, Ted. Who else is out there?
They all went and hid. Well, y'all have a nice day up there, man. I appreciate the comeback. Mother Nature wasn't even running today, and now you can't even get on the channel, so I dropped down here just so it'll be a little bit quieter.
All right there, 327. I guess everybody must have got a mic fright, they call it. Hey, 327, you take it easy, take care, big brother. You're sounding good around the bottom side of New Jersey.
Roger that, man. Y'all have a good night up there, man. This field 327 on high-tech redneck, bow on side.
Roger, Roger, 327. 588's back in the bushes. Where'd you go, Ted? Ted must have ran out to go jump in the swimming pool, Rat. Catnap!
Yes, sir.
You didn't hear that 327 out of Texas?
I can't keep up with you big guys.
Man, I'm like a little squirrel in the world trying to get a nut, man. What are you talking about?
Shit, you man, the full waterproof, you was 60 dBs.
60 dBs, and I'm not even looking your way. I'm just on the stick.
Yeah, I think you're the only one that pins my needle all the way across the fucking screen.
Come on, Rat's got to definitely be pinning you too.
Nope, not even close.
Jeez, oh.
You got that forward sweep. You start at 40 over at 9, and you end at the end of my damn meter.
Good golly, Miss Molly. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Shit.
Well, everybody said I sounded like shit last week. I had to go back to the drawing board and didn't hear the mic was acting stupid tonight when I first keyed up.
Well, you got rid of the jet engine. That's the night and day right there.
Copy on that. I got the mic almost turned all the way off. And this is a quiet fan in this thing, too. And I got I had to turn the mic almost all the way off.
You sounding good, man.
Copy, appreciate it. Ted must took a break. You back, Ted?
He's over there eating ice cream.
All I'm getting ready to say a piece of cake or something. What do you think, Rat? What is he having tonight?
One or the other.
Copy.
Probably a Danish.
Copy on the Danish. You ever had those chocolate eclairs, Catnap?
Oh yeah, they're pretty good.
Man, I got 10-1. I was up around Route 73. Up around, I forget what that little town is called. Big Mr. Bill's. You know where that big Mr. Bill's is on that corner?
Yeah, I know, I do not.
Okay. Man, I got an eclair from up there. That damn thing was about a 3 to 5 pound chocolate eclair. And I bought 2 of them. Brought me one home and stopped and picked up one for 10 because it was almost his birthday or it was the day of his birthday. I forget what it was. A couple years ago. Man, he couldn't believe that big ass eclair. Man, you talking about good? Oh my God. It tastes better than Century Bakery. Tasted better than Torigno's. Never had a chocolate eclair like that. It was out of this world. You talking about filled with cream? Oh my God, he had about a cup of cream in that big ass thing.
Ooh, wee, man, make your teeth itch.
Oh man, what you talking about? And I thought I was going to sit down and eat half of that big ass thing. I couldn't. I had me a great big old, remember those little big old yellow plastic cups that they used to have at McDonald's years ago? They put your soda in and you get it large. And I'll fill that junk up with a couple ice cubes and about a quart of milk and eat that eclair. I will sit here and eat that whole thing. There wasn't no saving on. Oh man. Tim said he went back the second day and ate the rest of his.
I'll take you home in a wheelbarrow.
You better believe it. I ain't never had chocolate eclair as good as that thing was. And so big. It was about 4 inches wide, I would say 4 inches wide and probably about 2 to 3 inches tall. It was a big ass eclair, boy, a big one. And I went back, I think, 2 weeks later and bought me another one. RJ been out here tonight?
Yeah, I haven't heard him yet.
Copy. Yeah, I ain't gonna be out here too much longer myself. I gotta jump in the shower. We're meeting up 7:30 tomorrow morning. Got a big car show over there in Bridgeton just before you cross the little bridge and go up to the courthouse. Over on the right-hand side, car show along the riverfront. Nice car show. Pay $20 to register like you do all these other car shows. Over here, they give you a wristband. You get to eat a great big ass breakfast, and they call it lunch, and it's like feeding you dinner. And they got a tent, you know, if you're 21, you can get the drink, a shot, a beer, but I don't drink anyway. But, yeah, you can get your money's worth at that car show, and beautiful trophies.
That's pretty cool. Get your money's worth.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, so I'm going to that show. So far, I've been lucky. I got, this is their fifth show they have, and if I can get a trophy tomorrow, I hope. I done given my 5th trophy. I done got a trophy out of that show ever since they've been putting it on. That's why I was out there half the day cleaning my car, getting that sucker ready. See if I got it clean and looking good enough to get me another trophy, I hope anyway. If not, still, for the $20 you enter, all that food they give you all day long, man, you can't beat it.
Oh yeah, believe it.
That make me happy, and the food is good because they at that restaurant, they come right out the back door with all them great big 10 trays filled with eggs, bacon, pancakes, sausage. That's what I said, boys. It's definitely worth the money to go to that car show, pay $20. eat all day long. Even if I don't get a trophy, I got my money's worth eating though. Yo, Ted, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Tom? Yeah, I get on the radio, Ted leaves, Tom leaves. Who else is gonna leave?
I'm here.
Copy on you still be here. I think they stopped talking, right, 'cause I got on.
I won't entertain that thought, Frank.
Copy on that.
Pitiful.
Yeah, pitiful. Pitiful, pitiful. You getting bleed over, Rat?
What's that?
Are you getting bleed over?
A little bit. It's scratching. It sounds like music.
Yeah, something like that I'm hearing too. Now I'm getting a squeal. That don't sound good, Bob.
You know, he's got access to at least 75 to 100 channels with a twist of a wrist, but he does that bullshit here where people are talking. Is that the height of... It's not ignorance. I don't know what the word is.
It makes him happy, right? It makes him happy. Isn't that what you call it, catnap? Happy.
That's right, happy.
Tell him, Bob. It makes you happy.
I hope that motherfucking antique radio blows up in his face, changes his eyebrows off.
Damn, Rat. You really wanted to mess up, don't you?
What? Did we see up at the same time, Frank?
You really wanted to blow up? You say blow up, burn his eyebrows off, too?
Shut the fuck up!
There you go, Bob. It's working now. Hey, Rat, you hear it? He's got it working now.
Pitifully. He relishes this shit. It aggravates me to a degree, you know, but I have nothing better to do, so, you know.
Copy on that.
obviously not. I'm no radio expert, but according to my meter, I don't think so. Yeah, he does this all the time. Yeah, look, I'm right down the road from, well, roughly 10 miles as the crow flies. So, yeah, he's giving me nothing. You hear me? Nothing. You're damn right. See, I've known Bob for over 30 years, but look, he relishes this shit. He has the knowledge, he has the equipment to sound good every time he keys up. But he chooses to do this. Why? I don't know.
Tell him, Bob. Hey, Bob. Tell him you're using everything you got.
Look, Bob's an experimenter, for lack of a better term. He would rather experiment with barely working radio like you're doing now, as opposed to putting a known good sounding radio on the air and talking on it. That's not good enough for him. He needs to be, well, right where he is right now.
Great channel.
Holy shit! I thought you was gone for tonight. Good evening, RJ.
Good evening, RJ. Stranger, what's going on?
What's going on, everybody? Catnap, Brother Rat, Mr. Frank, Mr. 588. Good to hear you in there. I'm trying to be enthusiastic as I can, but I'll tell you what, man. I'm exhausted. I ain't gonna be in here long. I ain't gonna be in here long at all. I just want to jump in there and say hello.
Did you work hard today? Is that the reason?
And I'm doing it again tomorrow.
Oh shit.
Good evening there, Mr. RJ. Yeah, I'm not going to be in here too long either. Meeting up at 7:30 tomorrow morning. That's not my game. Getting up at 7:30. I got to be out and meet people at 7:30 tomorrow morning at the Walmart. Heading into Bridgeton along the riverfront. Got that big car show there tomorrow morning.
10-4 on the car show. Well, good luck. Good luck. I hope you got it shined up nice, looking good and tuned up nice. I wish you the best of luck.
Hey, we thank you. Yeah, I just came in not too long ago. Been out there somewhat like half of the day getting it clean. Did tires and wheels, engine compartment. Threw a little wax on her. So I'm hoping I can pull another one out of there. But time will tell tomorrow. But that's why I said I ain't going to be too long in here myself tonight. Got to jump in the shower, like Brother Rat said, wash up my old stinky ass and get between the sheets.
You got to be careful there, Frank. You win too many trophies, you're going to have to build a trophy room.
I do, the garage, but I got to build more shelves. I got a 30 by 32, two sides, and get ready to go across the back of the garage. My wife, I had them on the fireplace in the house. Wife got tired. She said, I'm tired of dusting that stuff off. Tired to go and build shelves. So I got two walls, 32-foot long, trophies around them. I got a 4-foot, the overhead door, 4 in the middle, and another 4-foot. And I got trophies all the way around that wall. And now I'm getting ready to start building shelves. Because I got 4-5 trophies in the house because I ran out of space out there, so now I got to build more shelves. But I got quite a bit, but she said, you need to stop running that stuff. I'm tired of cleaning them. So then she chased me out the house, and now they're getting dirty and dusty. Because I ain't cleaning them.
Oh, man. Well, that's good. Hey, that's a good sign. You're gonna have to hire yourself a cleaning lady just for the dusting the trophies.
That's what I'm gonna wind up having to do. I got almost a 3-foot trophy last week. Won first place at car show up on Route 54 at the Steakhouse in Buna. Up on Route 54 across Angie's Cafe restaurant. I won a great big old 3-footer up there, first place. Week before last, I'm sorry. Week before last, I won another trophy up there, first place.
That's amazing, man. Good. Glad to hear that.
Yeah, see what I can do tomorrow. Time will tell. Alright, I'm not going to hold you up because I know Brother Rat wants to holler at you. Good talking at you, Mr. RJ. Get yourself some rest. You had a rough one today. I know tomorrow sounds like it's going to be another rough one. When it comes, man, in pours. So, you take it easy, man. Get yourself some rest tonight.
All right, we appreciate it, Frank. We appreciate it, man. You have yourself a good one, too. Get yourself some rest. Good luck tomorrow, and we'll do it again here real soon.
Yes, sir. Take it easy, Bump.
Later, Frank.
Later. Yeah, I'm going to get off of here 8:30 so I can at least be in bed by 9. I got to jump in this shower water. Right, Catnap, RJ, y'all have a good one. If Tom and Tim comes back in there, tell him I'm off the air tonight, right?
All right, Frank. Love you, brother. Catch you next time.
Copy, Bump up. Catnap, take care, big brother.
Take care, man.
Bump up.
Hell, I hate to say it, but I'm going to have to run out of here, too. Gonna get myself wet and dry off and rest my head on that pillow.
Take it easy there, Skip. You have a good night and a good day tomorrow.
We appreciate it there, Catnap. You do the same. I don't know if you're working tomorrow, but if you are, you have yourself a good one. Brother Rat, sorry, man. I hope you have a good evening. Catch you on Tuesday.
You sound tired there, brother. Take a shower, get some sleep, and try not to work as hard tomorrow as you did today. See you next time.
Roger. All right. Yeah, we'll try. We'll do our best. I will see you. There, Crazy Bob in there. Crazy Bob, you're still hanging out. Excuse me. God damn it. I choked on my damn spit. Crazy Bob, you're still in there listening. Have yourself a good evening. We'll see you.
Crazy Bob has only got to transmit one partial sentence all night.
Don't forget, I got them magic ears over here.
Okay, you can't hear shit that ain't there.
Alright, I'm out, man. Y'all take it easy.
See ya.
Later, brother. like somebody's on damn sideband.
I don't hear a thing.
Excuse me.
Why did you fart?
Is Crazy Bob on? Got no Crazy Bob?
He's out there, but nobody can hear him.
What's that mean? That's pretty good.
For the past 2 or 3 hours, he's been trying desperately on some crap equipment, obviously. The most we've heard from him is a click when he keys up, but and I'm closer to him than anybody, and I hear a click and no signal and virtually no audio, to the point where it can't be understood. So that's what I've heard from him for the last 2 or 3 hours.
What's with that boy? Good. Tell him we were going to try to go over and fix up his antenna, but I'm not too motivated to do it if he's got no radios.
Leave him crippled! He deserves to be crippled! He's a fucking bully! Nobody found that funny.
Pegasus. I ain't heard him in days. Armando was in there calling for him earlier. You say you gotta work tomorrow, Catnap?
Yeah, my short day's tomorrow, 7 to 11.
It'll be over before you know it.
I'm looking forward to it.
Where you at, Bob? Where you at? Little Dave's making himself scarce.
Bunch of slackers.
What you doing? Watching YouTube? He's done. How's the mother making out, Catnap?
Yeah, it's doing well. Watching something on Netflix.
She loves that Netflix.
Yeah. Sitting here reading a story about a bomb they found. Shit. Bomb they found in Alabama. It was on attached to a dam for the city's drinking supply, water supply.
No kidding. When was this?
And they gotta find it again. It said routine maintenance to the dam turned into a federal incident where a grenade-style AED was placed on the dam.
Wow. Yeah, I was wondering when they were going to get around to the water supplies. I was reading a thing where a human being can last 44 days without food, but he can only last 3 days without water.
like how it says in the article, bomb experts said that the device was likely and purposefully built and placed there, but MAWSS officials said they do not want to speculate who planted it. Yeah, this is the government. Who else is going to put a grenade on a freaking, any kind of... Who else has access to grenades?
Why didn't it go off?
Okay, I don't know, that's a good question. It was probably like a remote type thing. But maybe they just foiled some future plans.
Yeah, how'd you like to be the guy that's got to go in there and defuse that thing when somebody's sitting there waiting to blow it up?
Apparently they set it off yesterday. The Coast Guard.
The Coast Guard?
Oh, wait, shit. Detonated on Wednesday by the Gulf Coast Regional Maritime Bomb Squad. So Gulf Coast Regional Maritime Bomb Squad.
What do you think they did? Took it out in the ocean and set it off?
Doesn't say.
Well, they got lucky and found that one. How many more are there that they didn't get? You know, in other places.
Makes you wonder if there's one there, man. It could be one on every single major dam in America.
Not only dams, but like water supplies, you know what I mean? Like water towers and the, down below the water tower, there's a thing that's called a weir, where the water runs over. The thing almost looks like a dam. It's indoors and it cleans up all the water before it's sent through the pipes and all. It's got algae growing in there and all on purpose. You know, they start putting some kind of germ warfare in there, man.
Yeah, that's kind of scary.
Yeah, they're totally like, you know, able to get right in there. It's no big deal. Half the time the doors aren't locked, and if they are, there's no security, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Could you imagine if Union Lake ever blew?
Yeah, I don't know what the ramifications to that would be. Would it flood Millville?
Well, good question. I guarantee the first ones will be like that damn fisherman on Jaws. We're going to need a bigger boat.
Oh, boy. What happened to the Rat Pack?
YouTube. Hey. What's up, Dave? What's going on, everybody?
Not a whole lot at this point.
Oh, Ragchew, and not a whole lot of...
Where you been?
A little bit of everything. I've been cutting. I took the cutter down to Leonard's and clearing behind it. I did it after work today, and I'll be down there all day tomorrow and probably Sunday. That's why I said I couldn't do anything this weekend, because that's where I was going to be. So I'm going to meet down there at 7 in the morning, have breakfast, and then go right there.
You doing clearing some land?
Yeah, behind his house there, so he can see the river again, clearing all the trees in between and cutting all the big trees down and everything.
How far is his place from Cliffs? Real close, right?
Oh yeah, real close.
I would say less than half a mile. Like when you pass Cliffy's, you go up to where the Leicester hole and the fire hole is, you make that right on Riggins Lane and go all the way to the end.
Yeah, I must have, actually I took a ride through there this morning. But I've been hauling loads out there to, I don't know what that place is called out there. What's the road that kind of runs, I can't think of the name of the road now. I've been going like almost, not the Cliffies, but I come in on that, hold on, let me get my bearings, I'll tell you what I'm doing. I make my left off of 47 there. You know the guy who drives the school bus?
The guy that drives the school bus?
Go all the way down, you know where Cliffy grew up out there? I go past that road's on my left and I go to the next right. What's that called?
So you're talking about Thompson's Beach, I guess, right?
Yes. And then I make a right off that road. And then a quick left again out there on the bay.
Alright, well if you came off of 47 where there used to be the lady on the corner of 47 used to drive a bus when we were kids on the corner of Glade Road.
Still drives a bus. Drives a short bus.
Maybe. Okay, so that's Glade Road. You're going to make that left and you're going to go down. That Cliffy's Road, Thompson's Beach used to be to the left. You're saying you don't go down that one, right?
No, I go to the very next right where that house has been under construction for like 50 years.
Yep, that's Main Street going through Heiserville. Right there's the church.
Yep, and I make a right, and then I make a left. What's the road that goes out to the marinas?
That is Menhaden Road.
No.
Oh, Matt's Landing. I'm sorry, Matt's Landing.
Yeah. I've been going out there to run loads out there. I got, I think, 10 loads to run starting Monday again.
Yeah, that's Matt's Landing. You're taking it out by the Popeye's Marina and stuff?
So there's a marina that's like on a bend, and then there's a marina all the way at the end. You with me?
Yep, the one on the bend used to be Anchor. The one at the end is Popeye's Marina.
That's right. Halfway in between there's a guy building a new marina.
Nice.
There's like a blue house up on pilings there with the siding blown off it.
I got you. I haven't been down there a little bit, but I got you.
Yeah, well, anyway, there's like a ramp there. Looks like it's been there since the 50s or something, and these German guys that can't even speak English are building a boatyard there.
Yeah, because there ain't many of them left, that's for sure. All the ones on Port North side closed up.
Well, right across the river from where I'm dumping these loads, there's like a really large fishing boat of some kind, and the guy said there's a lot of, the water there is really deep.
Yeah, well they bring the barges in now. That's where a lot of the concrete companies are buying the marinas on the Port North side, and they're putting sand out there.
Well, I screwed up my first trip out there because my GPS messed me up, and it took me down, what's that called, Matt's Landing Road. So anyway, that Glade Road, it kept telling me keep going, 3.5 miles, and it kept telling me keep going. I end up all the way at the bay, and there ain't nothing there. I was looking for something, like I forget what it was, 100 something. I forget the address, but anyway, I end up all the way out there at the bay. I'm like, you gotta be kidding, there's nothing out here. I come all the way back up. I called Cliffy on the phone. He walked me through it. He brought me all the way back up to make a left at that house that's under construction, and he got me out there.
Yeah, does it sound like you ended up at East Point Lighthouse almost?
I never saw the lighthouse. I just went straight on that Glade Road, and there's like houses out there on the bay, like right along the bay. I don't know, there's like 10 houses out there.
Yeah, yep, so when you got to the bay and you couldn't go no more, if you'd have turned and looked to your left, the lighthouse is right there. It's tucks up, you got to take that little dirt road to get to the lighthouse, but if you get to the very end, you turn around, you can see the lighthouse.
I said, I've been out to that lighthouse many times, and I don't think I was there. Cliffy said the same thing, but I didn't see it. There was like a yellow house out there in Pilings, right at the end of the road, and then if you make a left, there's some houses out there along the beach, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. When you get to the end where the bay is, there's that really nice house to your right up on Pilings, real high, and behind that house, to the right a little bit more, is East Point Lighthouse, and then to the left, there's a bunch of houses.
Okay, yeah, I don't know why I guess I was upset because I was looking for that address. You know, I don't know how I missed it, because I've been out to that lighthouse many times. But I don't know how I missed it. Never saw a sign for the lighthouse.
That's crazy.
I know there's one small bridge there that I went across, and I seen that bridge coming, and I stomped on it. I'm like, oh, I don't know if I can get across this or not.
That's like me when I went across the Route 50 bridge going down there we crosses over the railroad tracks years ago. Remember I was telling you, I was loaded with my mixer going across that bad boy, and I think, what was it, like a 2-ton bridge or a 4-ton bridge?
Talking about over the railroad tracks before they put the new one in?
Yeah, before they put the new one in years ago when I used to drive concrete, I was loaded with 11 yards. I was 80,000, and I went across that thing, and it was like a 4-ton bridge or something.
I came across that one time. I don't know what I was thinking about, because I should know better, and I had a walking floor trailer, tractor trailer, and I got all the way, I was empty though, but I was coming and I'm like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. And I knew, there was that nice long piece of road between that bridge and getting out to Route 50. I thought, even if I get over this bridge, the cop's gonna know I went over the bridge. So I decided to myself, well, I was right there, I was like at the bottom, at speed, I didn't slow down. I thought, well, if I make it over the bridge without getting caught, and he comes, I'm going to tell him I got all the way down there and turned around and didn't go over the bridge.
Yeah, you could do that.
I made it. But, yeah, you being a fool, you were 80,000, I don't know, I was probably 30 or something, I was in.
Yeah, I was heading down to the shore. They loaded me to a job in Mill May. The job canceled, so they sent me to another job down the shore, so I had to, for Action. I had to cut across to go to Action, down that way anyway, like Ocean City or something. That's how they told me to go, and when I got there, I saw that bridge, I was like, holy cow.
That's a long time to have concrete in the barrel, isn't it?
No, because I was heading to Mill May. I just got there where the 2 bars used to be, and they canceled the job. So they said, don't bring it back here, just go right down to Ocean City. So I said, okay, so they cut me across that way. So that's how I went. No, it didn't take that long to get there.
Yeah, I got it. Do you remember a company that was in business years ago called Hunterton?
No.
They were out of Pleasantville. I bought a load. By the time they got it to me, it was like a hot load. I lost the whole garage floor.
Yeah, that's not good.
I got a walking floor trailer stuck up in the, maybe, I'm trying to think, it's called Mullica Road. You know the road that comes out the backside of Hamilton, comes across the blueberry fields, you know where I'm at?
Yep, I do.
Okay, well, when you get all the way back toward Mays Landing, you know where that road, it comes to a stop street and you gotta make a right and you come out to the Black Horse Pike.
Isn't that like off of Bluebell or one of them?
I don't know about that. Anyway, it's the road, I'm trying to think what it's called. It goes up, when you're in Hamilton, you veer off of the White Horse Pike there, and an Arawak's right there, and you go up over top of that overpass.
Yeah, so if you were on 30, it would shoot you off to the left, kind of correct, right?
No, if you're on 30, like heading toward Atlantic City, you'd make a right. You go up over top this overpass, and then Arawak's right there.
All right, yes, I knew where you're at, yep.
Well, if you continue on that road, it goes across those blueberry fields and all, and it comes out above Mays Landing, and it comes out to the Black Horse Pike, and you got a traffic light right there on the Black Horse Pike.
I thought one of those roads was Weymouth. It was the other half of Weymouth, right?
That's it. I was saying Mullica. Weymouth. You're exactly right. That's why I couldn't come up with the Weymouth road. Well, anyway, I'm coming back empty. I'm coming back from Berlin. And again, I got a walking floor trailer. And so, you know, that's like the longest tractor trailer you come across, a walking floor. So I turn, and it says, no, like, bridge, no trucks, and all this stuff. I'm like, I can't go all the way back to Hamilton and around. You got to be kidding. So there was this guy, and he was cutting the grass for, like, the road department of some sort, township or whatever. I called him out of the truck, and I said to the guy, I said, hey, I said, is there any way around this bridge? And the bridge goes across like a little creek, like a real fast-moving creek. They ride inner tubes and stuff down there. And he said, yeah, follow me. And I'm like, what's he doing to me? There's no way around this bridge that I can follow a tractor. So I'm at his mercy. So he has me make a left, and I get down this little dirt road through this little, you know, housing, like not a housing development, like a bunch of old houses down this road. And a right, and I go across the river, like, you know, and back up the other side of the river, and I'm on the other side of the bridge. The whole thing wasn't a half a mile. And he brought me back up the other side, and I didn't have to go across the bridge. It was crazy.
That is crazy. That is. That's like, it sounds like you were talking about, like, Winding River, because we used to kayak and stuff down that.
It could be. There's like some kind of an old furnace down there or something like that. And there's a really nice, hard beach, like natural beach with like rocking on it. When you go by there in the summer, it's like a really narrow, fast-moving stream. But there's a lot of people swimming down in there in inner tubes and all.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, right where that furnace is, that's where the campground is. We would kayak through there every year. We had to, because sometimes when the water's low, your kayak bottoms out on the rocks.
Well, right there, he had me, you know, on the north side of the creek. He took me down this little dirt road, like through these old, like, houses, look like they were built in the 1950s or something. And across that creek down the other way, I can't remember how it came across, whether there was a bridge down there or what, I can't remember. And when he brought me up the other side, I was like on the furnace side.
Nice, nice.
That couldn't happen again in a million years. I thought I was going to go all the way back to the White Horse Pike somehow, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't have really cared if it was just me, but it was one of them deals when you get back, they'd be like, where you been?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and those walking floors, we get them done right all the time. That's what brings our We Care and stuff in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from, Denali, I think their name's Denali or something, the We Care trucks or whatever.
Where do they bring that out of?
Somewhere up there off at the end of 206, somewhere up at Columbus or something.
Yep, I know exactly where they're bringing it out of. You make a left. After you go past the Columbus Market, you make a left.
Yeah, you get to the end where you have to make a right or a left, and you make a left, and it's right down there.
Yep. That's where we were starting to get it from, too. We used to make our own, and then they stopped doing it, and then I was buying a whole walking floor trailer for $100.
Nice. Yeah, we also have, there's another company right here in Vineland doing it, but those is, it's a little, we call it chunkier, because it's not as finely ground up as the We Care is. We like the We Care better. It stinks, but like even when we run it through the screener, it comes out in chunks. Like it's weird. The trommel isn't even breaking it up really. It's crazy. We just said they had some good glue in that shit.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what they're doing in Vineland or whatever, but the stuff we used to make here in Cape May County, it ran through this, what they call a with a bioreactor kind of thing, biochamber, I think they call it. And it was up in the top of this building, and it was like 1,000,000 degrees up in there. They cooked this stuff that killed the bugs.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming it's the same thing that they're making here in Violin because it smells, it stinks. And that's what they said. It's the same process. It's organic, so it's the same thing as we care, but it's just a little different looking.
So maybe that was part of our outfit, right? It was one of our facilities. And one time they came in, they said, hey, we need a guy. This was, I had only been there 5-10 years or something. They said, they need a guy over there to work a night shift, so for some reason, running a loader. I forget where the guy was that was supposed to be there. Does anybody want to volunteer to work a night shift? I said, I'll do it. I ain't never worked a night shift in my life. I'll give it a try. It'll get me out of here for a week. So I went over there and ran a loader for a week of nights. It was like an afternoon shift, like go in at 4 and be done at midnight. And they had a whole, so I'd take my gym bag and I'd get a shower when I was all done. And I'd come home and it'd be about 12:30 at night. I'd walk in and Laurie'd say, oh no, you go get in the shower. She wouldn't even let me in bed because when you got a shower, it opened up your pores and then you walked outside. It stunk so bad at that facility that I still stunk.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. That stuff does stink. Because that's why we call the side where I'm at the A-hole. And when the load of weak air comes in, we're pushing it up and you can see the steam coming off. That stuff stinks. And it's going across the yard. We're like, how can you guys smell the A-hole out there?
Okay, roger on that.
That's why we call our hole the A-hole, because we get all the stinky shit on our side. It is bad though. I mean, especially when we're pushing a lot of those loads up. Oh man, it's just like steaming. It's coming through all of our vents and stuff on our loaders.
You guys running I don't call what they call it down here. You'll have a different name for it, but do you run like a Jersey local that's oversized, like it's like 1.25 inches?
Well, we don't sell it, but it goes through our plant. We call it the oversized. It's about 1 inch and bigger, but they throw it back in the lake and stuff.
Really? Because I was supposed to be hauling all this stuff out of Tuckahoe, and that's what they call it. So like when I go into the plants and get the 3/4 for the septics, that's called 3/4 local. I don't know what you guys call it, but that would be the round white stuff that's washed. So the oversized stuff, they call it a local, oversized local. And I went in the other day to look at it because they got to use it at a campground. It's going to be actually like decorative at the campsites, and they didn't like the way it looked. But you guys don't have a bin for that. You throw it back in the lake. Yeah.
Well, so what it does is, yes, we have the 3/4 local gravel. We call it 3/4 gravel, but it's the local. And then we have the 3/8 pea gravel, which is the same thing. It's just smaller. And then we have the oversized, which we don't even bother rewashing it because we have to rewash it in order to get it clean. We don't rewash it. We just throw it right back in the lake or on the side over the edge. They don't even deal with it.
Is it loaded with clay and stuff?
Yes, it has clay in it. Sometimes it comes out pretty clean, but we don't. That's why they rewash the 3/4 and the 3/8 a bunch before they'll put it in like a pile to sell. But the oversized, they don't even bother with it. We just throw it right over the bank and going back into the lake.
How about that? You think that could be used for something? The 3/4, is that on call?
Yeah, if you need it, you just call in there and I tell them what you need, and when you can, they'll give it to you. You know what I mean? So, because we have a bin, and our bins are usually pretty full. I know lately they've been pretty empty. They haven't been running but we had a bunch of 3/8. I got a mountain of it underneath of the belt.
Well, see, down here, you got to put an order in, and then when they call you, I'm hauling 23 ton at a shot. So they'll put an order in for like, let's say, 90 something ton that comes out great. And when they make that up, they call you. And if you don't go get it right away, they sell it to somebody else.
Oh yeah. I wouldn't say. I mean, you can, like I said, if you need to find out, just call up there and talk to Anthony. He's our sales guy. But or I'll mention it to him and see what he says.
Yeah, look, tell them. They told me they've been in and out there a couple times, but not much. But they said they have been in there.
What's the name of the guy you hauling for?
It's called Eli's Excavating, like E-L-I-S.
I think I've seen. I know I've seen him. Is it like got the little initials or dots in between the name?
I don't know about that. I can send you a picture of the truck I'm driving.
I know I've seen him in there. We deal with so many trucks, it's crazy.
I hauled the K4 sand out there to that boatyard the other day, but the guy was happy as heck, but when the rotor operator came on to spread it, he jumped out. He said, "Why'd you bring this?" I said, "Hey, that's what they ordered." He said, "No, we need packing gravel."
Oh, yeah, that's great.
I said, "Well, we got that in the yard, and it's a whole lot cheaper."
Well, what's the guy you're working with, a little excavating company? He's, I guess he sells a lot of stuff to other people too and does jobs.
This guy's, he's only got, this Eli is like a 30-year-old man, and his father is like 60. And he only started this business not even 10 years ago. And I guess the father let him put it in his name because the father knows, he's going to retire, blah, 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 the kid's going to go on. But there's the father, the son, and there's a younger brother who doesn't know what he wants to, he's working with him, but he doesn't know what he wants to do. I guess he doesn't know if he's going to be around in the future. And then they got another guy they bought the company, it was called Mike's or something. And they bought the company, and the other guy was with the company for like 40 years. And so he's like 65. So there's 4 guys that work there all the time, and I'm just like on call, they call me up, "Can you work tomorrow?" kind of thing. So there's only like 5 guys. And he builds septic systems right and left. And he builds like campgrounds and runs the manholes and the pipes and the laterals and the water and the sewer and clearing the land and putting the roads in. And when somebody calls for a delivery, when they run out of truck driver for me, they've had me screening topsoil in the yard. So, they even have topsoil for sale.
Ah, Roger. Now, if you guys are doing like some kind of work anywhere and you guys are getting topsoils and stuff, I guess you bring it back to his yard and screen it there?
Yeah, right now they're working on this campground, and they just don't have the room there. The stumps were piled up. I was loading dumpsters. The guy was bringing 20-yarders, and he had 2 20-yarders, and as quick as he could run them to the landfill, I would fill them back up, and he'd be right back for it again. I was packing them out at about 11 ton for a 20-yarder. I was putting stumps in them. And got the stumps out of there, and the trees, they chipped up, they needed the chips, and so the topsoil was a mountain, and the stuff that was loaded on with all the roots, they took it to a nursery up in Corbin City. I hauled 57 loads up to that nursery. But the stuff that was a little cleaner, they hauled back to their yard because they didn't have the room right there. They needed to get it out of the way. It was where they were going to build the big septic system and all. Ran it to the yard, and I've been screening it, and it's got to be hauled back over to the campground.
I remember we were talking about that place, that nursery, because I went by it that day coming to your house.
Yeah. Well, that nursery, that's just where they got their little stand. But they got lots of property back down that road, and I was dumping down that road. But it's a small outfit, and he, I wish I was running equipment full time, and he kind of knows it too. You know, the truck driver wears me out, you know, being on the highway. And I don't mind it. That running out there to that boatyard was pretty cool, because I got a chance to relax a little bit while I was driving. But when you're running real close, shuttling roads back and forth, it's too much shifting and stopping and school buses and everything. That wears you out.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That running out there to Cliffy's, I could do that forever. That was a nice ride.
Yeah, I was down there today. Like I said, I had the Mack with we got a dump body on it, and then I was pulling the Eager Beaver trailer with the skid steer with the cutter. I took that down to his house. I left that there, and I brought the truck and trailer home for the night.
Roger. What's that, like a triaxle?
Yeah, yep, it's triaxle with the flatbed. It's got a dump body on it, but it's a flatbed dump body. And older Mack, it's actually an 84, but it's actually in really great shape. Runs great. We pull the Eager Beaver trailer for pulling the skid steer and stuff.
That's what he does. He's got two Mack dump trucks, the one I'm driving, one the kid likes to drive, and that's what they got, the trailer, and they put their excavators up on it. They got a dozer and a couple excavators. They got a large track skid steer, lows, you know, 5E cases, stuff like that.
Yep, absolutely.
They keep pretty busy. I'm pretty surprised. Just finishing one. I think I'm going to be going to Cedarville on Monday. They finished up a job out there, and the dirt's got to be hauled off the job. And I think I'm hauling that dirt over to our boatyard. I think he made him a deal, like, you know, the dirt's got to come off, so rather than bring it all, you got to get to the boat. I think that's what I'm doing.
Hey, you have to stop by Ragchew for a beer and a cigarette.
He said he's going to make me bacon and egg.
Where is Brother Rat tonight?
He was in there for a while, and he was actually in a pretty good mood, but I guess it slowed down a little bit, and I guess he fired up the YouTube.
Oh, yeah, because I heard you and Catnap, that was it.
He left me and Catnap hanging, right, Ed? Catnap's gone too.
He must be talking to Rat on YouTube.
Yeah, Catnap's cozy enough with a wife, and she's watching one of those chick flicks on Netflix, and she's feeling all melancholy, and he's taking advantage of it.
Yeah, they're probably watching Hallmark together.
He does have to be to work tomorrow morning. Maybe he cashed it in.
Yeah, I gotta meet Leonard at the diner at 7, and then I'm gonna go down to his house as soon as we're done eating breakfast.
Channel 6 is blanking you out. Sam's not meeting you?
Yeah, Sam's gonna meet us there in the morning too. But, they're down there, and I gotta drive from here down there. That's what I told Leonard. I said, there's room in that parking lot for the truck and trailer. He said, yeah, just park in the back. I said, all right.
You kind of got plans for Memorial Day, wink?
Yes, wink, wink.
Okay, good deal.
Uh-huh.
So I was trying to get a little Crazy Bob tonight to see if we were going to go do that tower thing. But I don't know what Bob's doing, if he's playing around with the stuff that don't work over there to just be an annoyance to Paul, or what he's doing. But I wanted to ask him about that and finalize the plans so that, everybody knows what they're doing. But, Bob.
Did you just give him a call on the phone?
Give Bob a call?
Yeah.
He won't answer the phone.
All right, well, Darlene, one of the two.
Well, that's what I'm going to end up having to do is call Darlene, I guess.
I called him before, and he's answered me, but...
Pretty surprised about that.
Yeah, I can hear that Channel 6 bleeding us.
Yeah, it's rough. Dave, I'm going to pick your pop. I still got to jump in the rain locker and watch some TV and fall asleep, so I'm getting 73s, my friend. It's always good, and I'm wishing you a great day tomorrow. Always fun to talk to you.
All right, you have a good one. We'll be seeing you soon.
Enjoy breakfast tomorrow. 73. somebody.